Star Wars The Force Awakens is finally in every theaters around the world, and it doesn't matter if you are a Star Wars fan, you will going to love this movie. It is definitely one of the best movie in 2015. So before the review starts, I want to tell you that I'm not a Star Wars fan. I actually just watched Star Wars A New Hope several weeks ago, and I'm pretty sure that there are lots of people only heard about this movie but never actually watch it. And that's okay, I'm with you guys, but I have confidence to tell you that it will not affect the watching experience. But if you want to make your watching experience much more better, I suggest you know some characters first, which I will introduce later. By the way, this is a spoiler-free video, so don't worry about that. First, Han Solo. He's a very important character in a Star Wars movie because he was in the 1977 Star Wars movie. He is a smuggler, sometimes he is reckless, but he is a damn good pilot. And he has a Wookiee friend named Chewie. Millennium Falcon is Han Solo's spaceship, and it is the spaceship from A New Hope, so remember the look of this ship, it will help you a lot. Second, Princess Leia. She is also a character from A New Hope, and I think the only things you have to know is that she's a princess, she married with Han Solo before, and she is a general in The Force Awakens. Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker is the most important character in the Star Wars movie, and he even became a very powerful Jedi. So this is only based on the fact that I watched A New Hope, and I think knowing this will make The Force Awakens good enough for you. So if I miss anything, please let me know. And by the way, the characters I mentioned was in the episode 4, 5, and 6. In the beginning of the movie, it starts with an intense action scene to introduce our first character, Paul Dameron, who was played by Oscar Isaac. Paul is a very good pilot, and I actually like this character because I can feel that he is a very loyal soldier. Sometimes he talks pretty funny. And then come to our main character Finn, played by John Boyega. And by the way, this movie is doing very good on switching characters. It is very smooth, and you know, some movies use different scenes to introduce different characters. The Force Awakens almost use events to connect characters. For example, there are two characters involved in one event, so when it is switching characters, you don't feel the movie is pausing, you actually feel the movie is so smooth. So back to Finn. Finn is a stormtrooper, but he didn't feel that he's doing the right thing, so he left and became a fugitive. Finn is a guy who always kind of wants to run away, and sometimes it gives you a feel of a coward. But in fact, he wants to help people, he wants to do the right thing, and sometimes he makes you laugh. And Rey, played by Daisy Ridley, she was a scavenger. She has been waiting for her family for a very long time, and she's the girl who can take care of herself and helps others. And she's a very brave girl too. So this movie is doing very good on introducing Finn and Rey. And why do I say that? When you are meeting new characters in the movie, you know them first, you know their personality through their acting, and you know what they are afraid of, how they do things, and what they care about. And then you will care about this character, you will feel what the characters are feeling. And this is when the movie successfully introduces you a new character. So when Finn decided to fight, I can know why, and when Rey started to cry, I can feel what she is afraid of. And when there are bad things going to happen, I don't want it to happen on Finn or Rey because I care about them, because I love those characters. Although I've only seen A New Hope, but when some old characters show up like Han Solo, Princess Leia, and Chewie, I'm very excited because I know how classic those characters are. It is going to be like 10 years later, Hollywood made another sequel of Harry Potter, and you saw Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter again. You will feel very excited too. And the movie made some connection between the new characters and the old characters. Remember I said this movie is doing very well on introducing characters? And we can feel what the characters are feeling. Finn and Rey represent new Star Wars fan, and Han Solo, those characters represent old Star Wars fan and movies. And when the characters are making connection, audience are making connection with old Star Wars fan and Star Wars movie. We are like Finn and Rey who just step inside the Star Wars universe. This movie is not only hilarious but also very intense. things are happening all the time. You won't know how fast 2 hours is because you are in the movie. You are going through those adventures with characters. And because of the technology of CGI nowadays, action scenes won't let you down. I'm very happy that director J.J. Abrams kept some classic camera movement and transitions, and the classic movie opening is making me excited enough. What makes me more happy is that he did a lot of effort on action scenes. Some exciting camera movement makes spaceship chase and ground fight and air battle so realistic and so intense for us. And let's talk about our villain, Kylo Ren, played by Adam Driver. And I love this villain. Sometimes a too powerful and too perfect villain doesn't make it a good villain. Kylo Ren sometimes feels that he's not good enough, and sometimes he needs help, sometimes he's lost, and sometimes I feel very sorry about this villain. To me, he's a very emotional and a realistic villain. Overall, it doesn't matter if you are a Star Wars fan, you are going to love this movie. I'm a Star Wars fan right now. The Force! This movie is doing very good in every part. I don't really have anything to complain, so I'm going to give it 9 out of 10 stars. So if you haven't watched this movie,
what the f*** are you waiting for?
So have you watched this movie? What do you think? Leave it in the comment section below. And if you like my version of Star Wars theme song, make sure you give me a boom thumbs up. And as for always, thanks for watching. If you want to watch more, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And may the Force be with you.